This is on imagination. All right, so I have dug out my shit. And now I figured out that I just need boundaries. And this is part of self-regulation. It's like, oh, I was getting upset. Why was I getting upset? I did like 2 videos, and one of them I pulled this really apart deep. And I realized what I was dealing with was a commerce trade show, and I had solicitors. Oh, I fucking hate solicitors inside my shop space forcing their sales pitch on me. And I'm like, I didn't consent. I did not at all consent to your sales pitch. and this is it right here. So I want to explain to you how this works. This is what my beef is. This is what my problem is. We are so abused that we don't know that giving somebody information is actually a violation of consent, and that it requires actual consent. And I have a group called Pando. If you're in my space, you've consented to my opinion. I have not consented to yours. You're in my fucking shop. And the commodity is knowledge. If you're in my shop trying to sell me your shit, well, now you're soliciting. Go get your own group. Go get your own shop. And that's it. But we are so abused that we're not processing this. This is the concept of the forum chat room is discussed. Like, what are you doing? And I'm not vetting people properly enough. I'm not preparing them enough for Pando. They're so automated of, this is what we're going to do, that they just do it without any kind of thought. And when you come into my space, and this is it. This is really what it comes down to. I'm really fucking choosy about my friends. I'm really fucking choosy about my friends. And the reason why is because I have a set standard and qualification. Because now you're getting into my space and you're interfering with my subconscious mind if I let you. Now, I have 2 choices. I can either raise my guard or I can relax and be casual. This is why it's called Anna's Lounge. It's because it's where I can drop my guard and just be me. But in order for that to happen, 2 things have to happen. 1, I have to be psychologically safe enough to feel like I can open up and talk about my opinion. And because I'm open to receive, I need to make sure that I'm not getting U.S. government educational system crammed into my brain, because that's dirty shit. I've already done the work. And so I've cleansed my space. And now I just want a space where I can relax and chill. And when you walk into somebody's space, now that it comes to a question of, and this is it right here, are you in a space of networking where that exchange is going on? Hey, it's going to be you pitching your mindset to me and I'm going to be pitching mine to you. Are we doing that here? Or have you subscribed to my mindset so you're stepping into it? Because if you subscribe to my mindset and you're stepping into it, retire yours at the door. Otherwise, you're soliciting on my shop. And in the world of the forum, in the world of Facebook bullshit, when you're putting a comment, is that working for anybody? Like, I have so much to say about that, and I don't want to say anything about it because it's just such a, time waster. There we go. It's a time waster. I don't do time wasters. So and that's just it, is I don't do the whole, let's talk about my opinion for ego. I don't. I'm here talking about my opinion so I can work through the logical comprehension of something. Now, if you happen to watch me figure it out and go, oh, that's amazing, good, fantastic. And this is the best part, because it's being recorded, people can keep doing this. But I'm not going to sit here and just tell you my fucking opinion. I just, no. I am in the moment of reverse engineering it to understand it from the intuition itself so I can comprehend it to go, oh, this is what we're dealing with. Now, I'm not going to sit there and rehash it over and over again after this is done. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I have figured out the universe. I don't need to explain it to anybody. You can figure out the fucking universe. Don't waste my time. I've already done it. And that's really what this comes down to is I've already done it. I'm way past that level. And now you're boring me. Or I'm on my own thing and I'm reverse engineering it and I'm figuring it out. So I've got my own like thing happening here where I'm like, all right, I've done that. All right, now I'm here. And I got people who want to go back to that work and they want to analyze it, but they haven't even done the work. And I'm going, why are you wasting my time? Because they want to talk to me. And I'm like, I don't want to be, no, I'm over here. And in order to talk to you about that over there, I have to stop what I'm doing here, go over. And here's a stupid thing. It's all on YouTube. It's all on YouTube. Like, what? Why am I repeating it? Now we're back to the mathematical repetition and I'm bored again. Which is why I do everything on YouTube, is because I can just like go through it. I love it doing this way. And I know I'm not communicating this clearly, but hey, in all fairness, this thing is not fucking easy to break down. Now I understand it. So I am dealing with raising the ethical standard. Oh, I'm getting down to my marketing again. Oh, I love this. So I am raising ethical standard. I am also securing my little shop space. That's it. What are you selling? I am selling a very different mindset in my shop. That's all I sell here is my weird ass different mindset. There it is. Welcome to my shop. And that's all I sell. That's all I do is my weird ass nutritional knowledge. I sell nutritional knowledge. And the people who subscribe, see, this is why I love YouTube, is because you subscribe to my channel because you fucking love my shop. It's so fucking easy, right? Simple. There it is. I love what she's selling. Click. Please subscribe. There you go. It's that simple. It is that fucking simple. I'm sitting here on YouTube doing the same thing. YouTube has got like the best setup. I fucking love you, YouTube. Yeah, I love YouTube. Yeah, I'm just gonna, YouTube's got it. YouTube's got it. And you know what I love about it is every other platform out there feels dirty. It feels like social media. And I'm going, I fucking hate it. And here's the thing is I'll be on Facebook. If you're old to my channel, you know my Facebook hatred. Ugh. So I'll be on Facebook and I'm like, they're marketing, but they're not actually giving you anything. That's not no, I don't do that. I'm on Substack. Oh my God, I love Substack. I love Substack. So I'm like, all right, I got Substack. I got my newsletter. I love my newsletter on Substack. I still haven't figured out that feeling. I'm like, what am I doing here? And that's just it. It's just another one of my shop. It's how do you like this material? Do you want it in a written format or do you want it in this kind of a format? But there's something else. No, I feel it. I'm going to reverse engineer it. It's going to be something to do with the Devil's Dungeon. And that's just it. Like I can't, if I really want to put my finger on it, my newsletter for Substack feels more like my fantasy side where it's all my fiction books. Not fiction, such bullshit. It's all real. Don't let them lie to you. It's all real. So I'm looking at it going, but I really don't want to just, because every time I say, it's Anna's Lounge. It's Anna's Lounge. I'm going to go over to my Substack right now and just look at it. Because it's Anna's Lounge. And this is all I'm going to be doing, guys, by the way, for a very long time. I mean, right now it's called the Queen's Chamber. And why subscribe? And, or did I just call it Anna Imagination? That would be nice if it's just Anna Imagination. That would be great. Let me see here. I can also do a podcast on Substack. Yeah, it's called the Queen's Chambers. Publication name. And that's just it. Is yeah. It's very much a. It's for my storefront. I don't like the word sell. Where did it come from anyway? Let's look at the etymology of the word cell. Such an ugly word, isn't it? Cell etymology. Feels Greek. Oh, German. Cellon. Selja. Give up, sell. Selja. Yep. Majority of the words in English are from Old Norse. Selja. What was the word sail in Greek? I find that the words are much prettier in Greek or Latin. Sail, sail is sail in Greek. Why did they tell us that sail came from, that's interesting. Sail came from Greek, but sell came from Old Norse. Isn't that weird? Let's look up Latin. A vendor, vendor. Venditio, venditionis. Pratura, pratura. Actio is auction. Pratura is purchase. Venom liberum, venom. Venditio libera. Sirsum pro venditionis. All right. Yeah, it is just not a pleasant word no matter how you cut it. I have decided this. So, yeah, I don't like the word sell, but I want to look deeper into the word because I'm going to find another one that's just far more trade. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Offer, trade, where I sell. Yeah, and that's really it. Oh, see, I see nutritional knowledge. That's interesting. I see it as a commodity. Well, it is a commodity. But I also, yeah, I know what this is. Yeah. Bottled nourishment. For bottled nourishment. Bottled mental nourishment. That's what I have. Bottled mental nourishment. Yeah. I'm thinking. Yeah, I do keep changing on his lounge. I do keep changing my title because I'm still trying to figure it out. But yeah, I definitely, I love the concept of Anna's Lounge so much. Welcome to my newsletter for my storefront. Yeah, my storefront newsletter. There it is, storefront newsletter. That's what this is. It's a storefront newsletter where I sell my nutritional knowledge for bottled mental nourishment for your, there we go. Enter at your own risk. Okay, that's what I want, is 160 plus IQ. And if I hear one more low IQ person go, oh, that's not nice. Fuck you. Get smart. It's an option, dipshits. All right. And that's just it. Education is an option. And that's it right there. It's the victim. I'm not smart. Yeah, you just need to learn. And that's it. That's probably one of my biggest beefs is education is an option. You've chosen your IQ. You're not born with it. Oh yeah. So learning increases your IQ. Learning increases your IQ. And people who don't learn love to use the excuse that they can't help being stupid or uneducated, when in fact, learning increases your IQ. So a person chooses to be uneducated. So if you have someone with a low IQ, it's because they've chosen it, but they don't want the responsibility. They're not accountable for their own lack of intelligence. And when I did the math and figured all this out, I went, wait a minute. I remember this day. I was like, whoa, IQ is an option? Yes, IQ is an option. You have to choose it by educating yourself. So you're not born with your IQ. You develop it. But the victims love to claim that they're helpless. They are so full of shit when it comes to excuses. They are just they're like diarrhea excuse. They have a serious problem with just excuses. Anything but God forbid they do the work. So And that's why I'm really, you've chosen to be stupid. You've chosen to not be educated. You've chosen the most mediocre, shitty education you can possibly get. And then you want to defend your idiocy and tell me that I should be nice when you've chosen to be an idiot. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. And every fucking person in the world who has a high IQ knows you got to work your fucking ass off for it through learning. That's why we're life learners. I love life learners. They know this shit. And I'm hanging around with non-life learners way too much. That's what this comes down to. And then there's people who have learned how to select good knowledge to learn versus shit knowledge. And I need to clean out my store. I need to like get the fuck out. Get out of my storefront. No solicitors. And as I do that, I have people going, "Oh, you're so mean. You're so arrogant." So yeah, I'm throwing a tantrum today. I'll figure it out, guys. I'll figure out my shit. 160 IQ and life learners only. There we go. So I have my newsletter, and I don't like being locked in. I don't. And here's the thing: is I have so much that's multifaceted. Yeah, I'm like, I can feel I'm on Tasmanian devil mode. I'm on Tasmanian devil mode. That's my problem. I'm very much on Tasmanian devil mode, and I'm just, I know this. I can feel it. I'm going to like climb up, and there's a space. You know, I really want to get away from this concept of up and down. I hate it so much. So I'm going to go into the back of my shop, and I'm just going to close the door. I'm going to like just closed, and I'm going to shut it down, and I'm just going to sit back. I have come a really fucking far way. And here's the thing is I've got people who really do a lot of fucking work, and they're so busy, they don't have time for this shit. And then I've got people who have no time but to just bullshit. And I'm going, I am not obligated. And this is it. I have gone way above my station to sign off. I have done more to get education out there to people. I have an entire fucking university. And I have some gorgeous fucking classes. And I have decided not to be a teacher. I have decided to sign off, step back, and say, nope, done. You don't need a teacher. Life learners know this. You know, and that's just it. I'm getting there, guys. I know. I'm like, I got to get through. Like, I want to be there in my perspective, but in order to be there in my perspective, I have to trudge through the slime of this perspective, and I'm working on it. So I'm working through this garbage so I can get to that perspective, so I can say, finally, closing the door on it. And I know this. I know the logical progression to get me from point A to point B. I know that. I just got to do it. But I require the one sentence that's just going to take me from where I am over there so I can go, there's the logic loop. So what is this one sentence? One sentence that's going to get me from where I am now to over there so I can close this fucking door once and for all and say, I'm never looking back. And it's all about my expectations. My expectations. But it's more than my expectations. It's not just expectations. It is also my vetting skills. It's literally, we're back to the circle of trust. It's my inability to lay down boundaries. And here's the problem. And I know people have this problem because I have this problem. And I remember having this problem. Boundaries are fucking hard because you don't even know what they are. So you got to go through the painstaking agony of going, what are my boundaries? What should they be? And until you get to this point, you're not going to have them. So you've got to define your boundaries. And I can feel it. I can feel this. I know it. Now I understand this. I'm at a tradesman boundary setting person, and I'm about to become a master. I am at the point of reverse engineering from my intuition, the actual scientific process of setting down boundaries with a formula, and here's how to do it. That's where I am. I'm finally good enough and proficient enough with boundaries that I can do this. So what is the process of defining a boundary and then laying it down? Because as soon as I figure this out, the sooner I can chill the fuck out and be like, there's my boundaries. Communication. Communication. Which we're back to, you have to define the boundaries. So what should your boundaries be? And then there's, and this is it. Remember when I told you that you have a genie bottle? Now your genie bottle boundaries are easy because, well, you're just alone. But you're going to have a kindergarten room boundaries. And that's where I keep fucking this up. Is my kindergarten room boundaries are a problem. Now you're also going to have your discovery center boundaries. Now my discovery center boundaries, I've got that down. Discovery center boundaries is the circle of trust. That's where I'm fucking this up. I figured it out. Here's the loophole. So the discovery center is, you can have the volume up on the game if you want. It's not, it doesn't bother me. Yeah, if you want, it's up to you.
What do you want?
I'm indifferent. There is no want or not want. I am indifferent. I'm right at zero. Nice balance of equilibrium. So the genie boundary, the genie bottle boundaries is the I am alone and it's knowing when you need time alone and it's regulating that. So it's regulating your genie bottle. That's what you're really doing. This is why self-regulation is all about boundaries. It's knowing when you need to be in a genie bottle and for how long. And then you have your kindergarten boundaries. Your kindergarten boundaries. Yeah, this is where I have fucked this up. Because I didn't realize that. I thought you had one boundaries, but apparently you need 3 boundaries. Now, for my discovery center boundaries, what I did there, analyze this. What did I do for my discovery center boundaries? I did my discovery center boundaries were I don't talk. That's what it is. That is exactly. This is where it's I don't talk. This is it right here. I don't talk. Question with a question. And if they make a statement, I don't answer. And those are my discovery center boundaries. Basically, when I'm out in the wild, I keep my opinions to myself. Now, my group, Pando, was supposed to be my kindergarten room. And this is where I fuck this up. Is I have people, I don't need it for a discovery center. I already have that. I don't need a fucking discovery center in Pando. For me, that was supposed to be my kindergarten room. And I never made kindergarten room boundaries. Now, I did, but because I didn't process, this is supposed to be my kindergarten room. This is the space where I'm supposed to I can relax. And so I'm treating it like my kiddie. This is where I meant with my expectations were misaligned. Is I was expecting my discovery center when it was really, or I was expecting my kindergarten room when it was really my discovery center. That's how I fucked it up. That's it right there. That is it exactly. And I have my genie bottle. I have my discovery center. So what I ended up creating is 2 discovery centers. And I'm not interested in another discovery center. I'm not at all. So, and then now it comes down to this: is do I kick you guys out, or do I let you have this and I just walk away from it because this is not what I need? And not at all. So I'm sitting here. And this is it really is. And this is the other thing is I'm not wanting to moderate it. I don't want to moderate it. So I need to shut it down. I need to shut it down or people need to leave. And that's really what this comes down to. And I just have not communicated the rules. So now, and this is something that I've been struggling with from day one, is how do you communicate the rules? How do you communicate the rules? Then that's it exactly. How do you communicate the rules? Okay, so here's the logical fallacy that I'm running into. Is you have a person who's open to hear and then closed. Now, if they're closed to hear the rules, you why waste your breath? Closed to hear the rules means I'm not listening. That's arrogance. They're closed. So now you can't even communicate. Now, this is where I walk away. So, yeah, this is it right here. This is it exactly. Oh, this is it. This is it exactly. All right. All right. I feel better. Yes, this is like fine tuning it and polishing it up. All right. I understand. And the problem is I've got, and this is all making much more sense now. See, I just had to understand the situation. And it was because of understanding the kindergarten room, the discovery center, and the genie bottle. So whenever you build a life, this is your life stream. Your life stream does consist of 3 constant rotations. And those 3 constant rotations is you and your genie bottle, which is when you're isolated and alone and taking time for yourself. It's when you are in your kindergarten room. This is where you can relax. It's my lounge. It's where you can relax, chill back, rest, but it's not busy. It's very low energy. It's low energy social. Low energy social. And you have low energy or high energy no social. And then you have low energy social, and that's your genie bottle, by the way. That's your no social. Anything no social is your genie bottle. Whether or not it's high energy or low energy is up to you. And you should be regulating that. But then you have low energy social and you have high energy social. Your high energy social is your discovery center. Your low energy social is your kindergarten room. And for balanced mental health, you need to know how to regulate between these 3 states of genie bottle, kindergarten room, discovery center. Now, if you then, and this all is built into your life stream. Now, if you are not in your life stream, you're going to have mental illness. If you do not have these 3 positions where you're self-regulating, you're going to have mental illness. So to get rid of your mental illness, get in your life stream and put those 3 things in. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do. I am trying to build my life stream. Now I've built my life stream. Now I'm trying to put people into it. The problem is, this is it. This is it. This is it. I'm trying to build my fucking life stream. And I've got my discovery center. I've got my genie bottle. I need a kindergarten room. And I built what I thought was a kindergarten room, only it's not turning out that way because I haven't learned yet how to do this because I'm learning. That's it exactly. And I don't know how, and this is my problem, is I don't want to communicate. I need to communicate to the rules prior to people coming into Pando. There it is. So people need to know prior to coming into Pando. And that's it right there. That is it right there. So and that's where I don't, and that's it, is this. I love being on stage, but I'm on stage in the discovery room. I am on stage in the discovery center all the fuck time. I cannot go in the discovery center without being on stage. In fact, if I'm not on stage in the discovery center, why am I in the discovery center? Like, why am I there? Why the fuck am I there? For me, the only reason why I go into the discovery center is to be on stage. So now I'm sitting here going, okay, kindergarten room. I don't want to be on stage. I don't want to be on stage in the kindergarten room. This is the place where I get to sit back and be like, yeah, I don't want to be on stage here. So I got my stage in the Discovery Center and I've got my not stage here. But when I get into my not stage, I have people coming in and turning it into a Discovery Center. And I'm like, no, what are you doing? This is my private space. And I failed to communicate this. All right. So I just need to increase my own security, my own vetting. So I need to increase the vetting. So I need to really come up with a different way to vet people before I allow them into Pando. So what I have now is basically Pando beta. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot. And now I'm going, all right, I'm going to go ahead and do it somewhere else. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it somewhere else. Yeah. This has been really fucking hard for me to, another problem that I have is people are so used to the same mindless routine that they keep following the same mindless routine. And I'm like, no, I don't do the mindless routine here. There is no mindless routine. And that's it right there. And I no monkeys, no mimics allowed. There no mimics allowed. I don't have any tolerance for mimics. And when yeah, no A people, no A or B people. There it is. And they know themselves so little that they're not using discernment properly. And they're just walking in. And I'm like, what are you doing? And I understand it now. I understand it now. Okay. I feel so much better. I can't stand chat room culture. I fucking cannot stand chat room culture. It is the dumbest fucking thing in the existence of mankind. There is nothing more stupid than chat room culture. God, what slop is this? There you go. I'm feeling like, all right. God, there is nothing. Oh, look, it's the death of intelligence. The chat room culture. Ah, there it is. There it is. I'm good now. All right. Yeah, that's it. Chat room culture. That's probably what I'm going to do is go get on another podcast and I'm just going to rip into chat room culture. And I'm just going to be like, God, I fucking hate it so much. That's it right there. That's it right there. All right. All right. And then that's it. That's it. This is such a huge part of it. Is for me, knowledge is a commodity. Oh my God, is it? Knowledge is a commodity. It is. It's a fucking resource. Sorry, business. Asset. And then you take the knowledge and you input it into your brain to increase the asset's value. Now you have a bigger brain. Now you have a higher IQ because that's business. And now your brain can do really awesome shit. So I'm sitting here going, why do you, and I know what it is. You guys don't know the difference between knowledge and information. I don't waste my time with information. I don't subscribe to information. That's garbage. Oh, God. I'm feeling defined. All right. I'm combing through this, seeing if there's anything else I can sort out. And this is the process. This is the learning process right here. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to create a situation. I'm going to play around with the people. I'm going to step back and I'm going to analyze it. Okay, what are they doing? Interesting. These are all the problems. All right, so now we're going to do a meeting. These are all of the problems that we've had with these people. And these are all of the other problems that we're having. We either have people who won't talk. We have people who are very open to discuss. And then we have other people like, okay, all right, I'm getting this. I'm getting this. So I have, and this is the other problem. I have a professor mindset. And I have a business mindset. And I have a philosopher's mindset. And I'm from the ancient Greek educational system. So as you can tell, I'm screwed in the modern world because fuck damn, is this place a mess. So I'm going professor, business, philosopher. And this is amazing because I can see it happening in the brain where they see A, it triggers B, they do B. Well, they see A, it triggers B, they do C. And I'm going, can any of you think outside of triggers? Can you? You know, that's a really good question. Can you think outside of triggers? I can't imagine that. I used to have that problem, but that's what I broke it. I used to have 44 PTSD triggers, 44 at least. After I did 44, I then turned around and found 7 more. That's when I stopped counting. That's how many triggers I had. I never actually did the math on that. So yeah, I had 53 fucking triggers. I couldn't function. I couldn't fucking function. Do you know what a trigger is? It's a catch-22. I had 53 logic loops so that you'll go through and boop, logic loop. You'll go through it, logic loop. You never can live. That's what a catch-22 is. That's what PTSD is. You're caught in a logic loop. And I had 53 of those stupid things. So I couldn't function. I couldn't do anything without getting caught in a logic loop and having to repeat history. That's why you're repeating history. It's called a logic loop. You're in a catch-22. And when I went through it, I'm like, the only way to cure PTSD is by, but there's levels of PTSD. This is what people don't know. There's passive PTSD. There's aggressive PTSD. That's what everyone thinks PTSD is. Is, oh, it's aggressive. Well, you also have passive PTSD. That's empath. That's slave mind. So you have empath and you have slave mind. Both of those are passive PTSD. And then you have the aggressive kind where you're having a full episode. And people only address the aggressive PTSD. They don't address the passive PTSD. They don't address the empath slave PTSD. And I'm looking at it going, and this is it. This is it right here. This is the other thing. Oh, I love being able to define this stuff. We totally don't do this in New York. Like, that is so weird. How many of them are there? Wow, that's really unusual in the city. Like, that's so unusual. I went, wow, that's unusual. Yeah, yeah. That was a blast from my past for a moment. And I'm like, so passive aggressive PTSD, empath slave mind PTSD. And right, so knowledge. So for me, information, knowledge, mindset, this is resource. This to me is resource. This is literally money. This is money for me. This is money for me. This is currency for me. My sitting here talking to you is currency. It's nutritional knowledge. And whenever someone opens their mouth, I see monetary value. So this is how I see the world. When I look at a book, I see monetary value. I see information and I calculate it and go, what is the monetary value? This is probably why I have the brain I have. Or do I think this way because I have the brain I have? Where I look at knowledge or information and I calculate, okay, what is the value of this to me? See, value is really fucking fascinating. Where are my notebooks? Because I'm out of this notebook. Let me see if I can find a blank page. La, 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 la. I feel like I did have a blank page somewhere. Oh, thank you, Lizzie. Could you bring one of those over? Thank you, sweetheart. Wow, she's right down to business. Oh, I get to choose my colors. I'm a scientist. All right, so which one do I want? Do I want blue? Do I want yellow? Do I want green? Do I want red? Ooh, pink. Oh my God, no, pink. Pink just won, guys. Pink just won. Pink. I'm so happy. Pink. Pink, 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 pink. There you go. Thank you. Pink. We just got done with yellow. Now we're going on to pink. Oh, it makes me so happy. This is my other journal. Okay. Because I'm 5. All right. So here's how this goes. There's a value system. Oh, I'm at 38 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. And we're going to talk about value because value is amazing. Oh, yes, definitely. Thank you. And may the truth always find you.